My dear child, you found deep inner peace for why things happen the way they did. You choose to give thanks for the people that hurt you or took advantage of your energy because they helped teach you valuable lessons. Now you have harnessed those lessons and each day you get better. You are walking in alignment with your higher self. So things are happening with easy. You are meeting powerful new souls that will be with you for the rest of your life. So new opportunities that are alignment with your higher self are manifesting. So you shed outdated beliefs and now you are attracting higher vibration. Think, speak and act as the person you dream of being. So you attract what you are in harmony with. Give yourself love for all the challenges you have made it through. So you deserve the abundance that is pouring into your life. The miracles taking place are the result of your diligent inner work. So dear souls, know that your energy is special and it is the most precious thing about you. Something scared and powerful. Not everyone deserves to have access to it. So not everyone deserves access to this precious energy of yours. Just as people can be jealous of material things, they can also be envious of the way you carry yourself. So the love you radiate and the positivity you bring into the world, be aware of these energy vampires. So they are the ones who intentionally or not can drain the beauty from your energy. Save your energy for those who genuinely care for the evolution of your spirit. Negativity may knock at your door, but that does not mean you have to let it in. Protect your energy, and it is your life force. So, as February begins, I need you to know that there is no way you can go back in time to erase the trauma of your childhood. So, there is no way you can go back and make a different choices with the knowledge you have now. So, you are who you are now because of all your experiences and decisions, and who you are now is who you were always meant to be. So, who may not have control over many of your circumstances, you may not have the means to change your current environment. But you have control over yourself. You may not be able to change the past, but you can definitely take the responsibility to shift your beliefs now. So, to show up as your higher self now, to discover your values now, to challenge your fears now, and so on. So, you control how you live when you control how you think. Dear souls, know that someone is feeling ashamed over their action and decision they took in the past, but It seems like all was going well when suddenly your person started behaving weirdly. You tried several times to address this issue, but each time they refused to talk or come up with your excuses. You thought their work stress and high energy levels are making them give you less of their time. But recently, you have had a breakthrough in your relationship. It's about an outsider who is actively trying to interfere in your connection. So, this could be your person's friend, family, and even their ex. Your person has not been honestly communicating to you what's been going on behind the scene. So they thought you would never get to know while they can do whatever they want to, but you have caught them red handed, or a discussion with them recently has made them confess the truth. It created a lot of chaos, fight, and disagreements between you, and you have finally decided to walk away. People around you are jealous of your relationship. So, your person also seems to be easily influenced by others. Now, this breakup has suddenly caused a tower moment for your person. So, they know they messed it all up. They are internally scared of losing you and are insecure that you have many options. So, you and I eventually end up with someone new. So, this ego hit was necessary for them. It has affected them badly. They could be in deep mess. It's time for you to decide seriously if you want to give them a second chance or move towards a new person. So, dear souls, know that change is what you have learned, good or bad, right or wrong, clean or messy, and it is a piece of life you learn to embrace slowly. So don't let 1 year rob you of your perspective. Maybe you taught yourself how to fight harder than you did last year. So maybe you taught yourself how to risk more than you thought you could, and maybe you learn how to let go with more strength. So focus on what you have gained, not what you have lost. Change is not losing who you are, it is your becoming all the days that add up. So the hours and the minutes, however, you have chosen to spend the years before you is the change in you right now. So don't fight against it, embrace how you have deal with and manage your life, because after all, change is simply a manifestation of the choices you have already made. And the choices you make from here on out. So be strong, be kind, be free. Do things that make you proud of yourself. Surround yourself with people who bring out your best qualities, and distance yourself from the people who do the opposite. So be true to yourself and true to your model. Stand up for yourself. Don't let people take advantage of your kindness and soft heart. So don't take shit from anyone and don't put yourself down. Believe in yourself and believe in your journey. So be good to yourself, be unapologetically you. Embrace your imperfections, accept the fact that when you grow, sometimes you lose people, and that is okay. So celebrate your every success and learn from failure. And most importantly, never ever let anything stand in the way of the woman you are becoming. So, my child, know that. What are we doing here if we are not creating the most beautiful lives we can imagine for ourselves? What are we doing here if we are not pouring our whole heart into the art of magical, messy, and imperfect living? What are we doing if we are not sharing our gifts, if we are not exploring our potential? What are we doing here if we are so worried about making mistakes that we don't even try? So please make mistakes, make so many mistakes, explore the endless possibilities and this world has to offer. Don't settle for a life that dulls the fire inside your heart. Don't say yes to something that slowly dims the flame burning inside you. Don't let your passion die away for the sake of just getting by. Don't let your hope wither. Don't let your light fade out. So don't accept a life only half lived. Can't you see these dreams you have, this vision you can't let go of, and the unshakable feeling of something more? So, this is your calling, your rightful path, and this is what you are here for. So, losing things don't does not always mean missing out. You often have to lose some things so you can create space for better things. If that relationship failed, so be it. If you were bumped from that job, so be it. If that friendship did not last, so be it. If things did not go the way you had planned, so be it, because everything is leading you to what is meant for you, and that would be better than anything you have imagined. So, dear souls, know that we have each been given initiate talents and skills, whether we know what they are yet or not. And the best thing that you can do is spend time discovering that gift. Then be brave enough to share it with the world, because it is that which the world needs. You might already know what it is. It is that thing that is inside you that your heart beats for, and sometimes those gifts come with fear, because what if you take a chance on yourself and that thing you care so deeply about and fall? But what if you don't? What if you discover a chamber within yourself that you have never seen before? What if that thing changes not just your world, but the world of so many people around you? That is why it is so important to discover what your initiate talent is, because you have been created just as you are with something so special, and to hide that from the world would be like a famous painting that hangs on a wall of a museum with no visitors. So, dear souls, know that. Believe it or not, God's grace is more than unmerited favor. It is not something that only relevant for when you die and go to heaven. It is actually power for your daily life now. When we talk about God's grace and unmerited favor, it is limiting. It puts God's grace in a place that seems far away and far later when we die. So we end up missing out on the joy of a friendly and empowering relationship with Jesus. Of course, grace includes God's unmerited favor and forgiveness for our sin. But what about our lives today? Are we to be content with being forgiven of our sin but never learn how to overcome sin? Dallas Willard has a better definition of grace. He says grace is God acting in our lives to do what we cannot do on our own. So, grace is knowing Jesus is an interactive relationship. Grace is power for living well today, and prayer as one of many examples in the Bible of grace and power being paired together. So, my child, know that. Beneath canopy of radiant star, a mother and Cupid-like child ascend weightlessly across the heavenly firmament. So the purity of their neck form symbolizes the archipel newness of life and the transcendence of worldly restrictions. So, unburdened by the past, she hides nothing and carries nothing except her offspring. She may have encountered obstacles before arriving at this point of freedom, but there is nothing preventing her and her child from soaring towards the star. This message indicates that you may be about to enter a new phase of life. The necked form symbolizes the newness of life in this card. This new beginning is joyful expectancy, here leading an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. Leaving behind the unpleasant obstacle of the past, a new beginning is not necessarily radical, but sometimes a series of subtle changes being about the most lasting and miraculous benefits. So perhaps you have been working towards new beginning, such as relocation or career change, but obstacles have hindered it. Know that now the seeds of change have already been seen in readiness for your intention to manifest idea and turn your aspiration into reality. Celebrate endings for they precate new beginnings. Dear souls, know that together everyone achieves more. True sisterhood deepens and magnifies both personal and collective sacred assignments and success. So competition and comparison create disharmony. Surround yourself with supportive sister so you can celebrate your achievements together. So, like minded friendships enrich your life with mutual encouragement and connection, and our divine feminine lineage of sisterhood links back to the priestesses. So, healers and oracles of the ancient temple scattered all over our Earth Mother, united in sisterhood, we nurture, nourish, and heal both the earth and each other. Unified, we create compassion, peace, and reconciliation. So Satyabhama was the most important wife of Krishna after Rukmani. She prided herself on the fact that Krishna loved her the most. Sage Narada asked her to prove this. He suggested that she should give Krishna to him in charity and buy him back after paying gold equal to his weight, or else Narada would take Krishna as a slave. She agreed and asked Krishna to sit on the scales, ever ready to break the false ego of his devotee. Krishna sat on the scale. Satyabhama brought all her jewelry, but the scale did not budge. She asked the other wives to help. But even their jewelry was not enough. Narada suggested that she ask Rukmani for help. Swelling her pride, she did so. Rukmani, with all her heart and mind, asked Krishna to help and just placed a small basil leaf on the other side. The scales were balanced. Satyabhama realized her mistake. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God.